Hi, I'm Jim with Mountain West Sales, and I'm here today to answer some of our customers' most common fireplace questions. That's a great question. Let's start with wood, which is the most important in terms of safety. So the biggest danger with a wood stove or fireplace is a chimney fire. And the way that happens is when you burn wood, there's a byproduct that sticks to the inside of your chimney that mixes with the moisture that's off-gassing from the burning of the wood. And that's what we call creosote. And creosote forms and sticks to the inside of the chimney. And if you build up enough of it, you can actually ignite that stuff. It's actually highly flammable. If that happens, you have what's called a chimney fire, which can be very dangerous. The most important thing about caring for your wood stove is cleaning your chimney regularly. That's once every quart of wood. Some people like the glass to stay clean so they can see the fire really well. We've got some great products that help you do that. And you'll do that once every probably week or so, depending on how you're burning the stove. Then, of course, there's going to be ash removal. You need to be really careful with ash removal because even if you haven't burned your stove in a couple of days, when you scoop the ash out from inside there, you're going to have some hot coals that are still hot enough to ignite anything they might come into contact with. So the best way to do this is to have two buckets. One you fill up with ash. You leave that outside with a cover that stays firmly in place. Once that's full, it's usually been there long enough that you could empty that or take it to the dump or any other place where you're going to dispose of it. Meanwhile, you're filling up a new bucket and you're changing those out as you go. So very important to watch out for those hot coals with a wood stove. Cleaning of a pellet stove, the most important thing there is that you keep up with the regular maintenance on the pellet stove. So your manual for the pellet stove, like our Quadrifire pellet stoves or our Harman pellet stoves, for example, have really detailed sections about how to care for the pellet stove. And that's probably the most ignored section of the owner's manual. People don't look at it, but it's the most important because if you keep up the maintenance on your pellet stove, it will serve you for a really long time. So generally what that consists of is cleaning the burn pot. That's the area where the fire is, keeping that clean, doing that every couple of days, removing the ash if you have an ash drawer. You're going to do that every 1 or 2 weeks, depending on how much you're burning, keeping the glass clean. And then on pellet stoves, there's a series of heat exchangers at the top. Those are tubes or pieces of metal that get hot, and a blower will blow warm air over those into the room. Those will fill up with fly ash, and so occasionally you want to pay attention to that area of the stove, keep that area clean, and that'll keep the stove operating really efficiently. And then cleaning your chimney with a pellet stove, you want to do that every 1 or 2 tons of pellets. The great thing about a gas stove or fireplace is there's really no cleaning to be done. Occasionally you may want to open up the glass and clean the inside if it's got a little dust on it or if it's got a little residue from burning, but that's a really infrequent thing. There's no mess or regular maintenance that you really have to do with a gas stove or fireplace insert or fireplace. So that's how you take care of your gas, pellet, or wood stove. I hope I've answered a lot of questions there. If you have any other questions about how to take care of your gas, pellet, or wood stove or fireplace, please come and see us at Mountain West Sales.